Elise. Today for you, I'm swatching the Zoya Naturel collection. This is Naturel 5, so that means there have been 4 previous releases. They always release sort of a transitional collection in January, and this is their 2022 answer for that. It consists of 5 shades, and then they also did release a lip gloss with it as well, but I did not feature it in this video because we are purely swatching today. The shade is called Chelsea. It is the lightest one in the bunch. It's definitely not a white. It does have a creamy tone to it, but this is one that's just not going to look wonderful on every skin tone, in my opinion. I feel like it just looks off-white enough where I feel like I would rather just have it look white rather than like a dingy white, if that makes any sense. There's 2 coats, and I still don't love how it looked. I mean, it did dry down eventually and not look as streaky, but 2 coats. I just don't love the formula. Might be better with the other brush. The next shade is called Sutton, and this one on the nail looks darker than it does in the bottle because in the bottle, Sutton and Chelsea looked very similar, but on the nail, it does have a warmer, taupier tone to it. It does cover nicely in 2 coats. It feels a little fuller than Chelsea did in my opinion, but still also kind of felt a little streaky here and there. You kind of had to work with it to get it just right in my opinion. The next shade is called Evan, and this one is getting us to the darker part of the family, but this one has a very warm tone to it. So again, this one's not going to work with all skin tones. I would say I have a very pinkish red skin tone around my nails, so this one is just not necessarily for me. It's almost like a shade of a coffee creamer, like coffee with cream in it, I would say, kind of close. But this one had a much better formula than the previous 2. It did cover really well in 2 coats in my opinion, and it looked perfect at that point actually. Then the next shade is Parker, and this actually reminds me of a previous shade that Zoya has released, but I haven't actually confirmed that. It reminds me of Normani, but I don't know if it actually does if I were to get Normani out. So if that is of interest to you, let me know, and I will try to do that in the next few weeks. But it covered really nicely in 2 coats because it is a darker color. Then the last shade, which is probably my favorite just because it had the most color, was Elise. And this one I would kind of describe as a like a deep mauve-y shade, kind of leaning towards a marsala, but much more muted than a marsala. And as you guys can see here, the saturation in the camera, for some reason today, they were flashing back and forth. So whenever you saw it in its lighter stage, that is more so what it's like. And here is a look at all of these polishes swatched. Very good neutral setup. I feel like the last half of the collection was really good formula-wise. The first half was kind of meh, in my opinion. But these are available now on the Zoya website. If you are interested, I will have that linked down below. And I think that is everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!